Hello everyone, my name is Mark Hanna and I'm the publisher of the Rio Grande Guardian, and today we're talking films. We have some exciting guests today. We have Leti Leja, also known as Leti from the library. She is the director of the Library and Cultural Arts. Thank you so much for being with us today, Leti.
It's my pleasure, thank you.
And we also have very unique, very unique, we have a film director from the Rio Grande Valley, Rodrigo Moreno, and he is the film director of The Whole. And this is a film that you're the director of. If people want to look into it, thewholemovie.com.
Correct, yes. Thank you so much, yes.
We're going to talk a little bit more about it as we get into this conversation. But before we get into the fun part, let's talk about both of your backgrounds. You obviously both have a passion for the arts, for the films. You're creative. Leti, let's start with you. How did you find your passion for the arts and for creativity in general?
Actually, I found the passion for the arts when we moved to this new library. Back in the day, we were at another location here in the city of Edinburgh, and we had outgrown it. So we moved to this new library, and when our board said, what would you like to see in the old library? One of the things that had come about during our conversations with some of the community is that they would love to have an arts and culture center. Since we didn't have a building just yet, there was nothing that could hold us back, so we started having festivals. And as the festivals grew, one of the festivals that just kind of came up was our South Texas International Film Festival. And most of our festivals are very cultural, and we believe in diversity and we celebrate it. But the film festival is a special festival that is dear to our hearts because it's something that's a little different, but it's something we can bring to the whole community.
And tell us, where are we right now? Which library? What is it called? What services are available, and who can come use this wonderful facility? Because it's a great facility.
This is the Dustin Michael Sekula Memorial Library. We're here in the city of Edinburgh, and this is a library that's open to everybody, not only from Hidalgo County, the whole state of Texas. Come in, check out the books here. We have plenty of material, just like any regular library, but we go beyond that. We believe that the library is not limited to any walls. We're here to serve the community, and as a librarian, I believe strongly in providing information. And sometimes information comes in all shapes and different forms. Yeah. And learning about culture, emphasizing that tradition, sharing it with the community, it's just another way of bringing information to our community and our residents and the whole General Valley. So, like I said, I don't believe in walls. And, and this is just another extension of our services in providing information to all the residents of the Rio Grande Valley.
Well, that's very exciting. Knowledge is power, and
yes,
one place to gain knowledge is at the library. Mm-hmm. So that's great. Thank you, Leti, for that. Rodrigo, talk to us a little bit about your background. You're a film director now. You've been very successful, but every success starts with a story, and it wasn't always easy, I'm sure.
No.
Talk to us about the beginning and how you got into this industry.
Based out of necessity to express. Thank you so much for considering us filmmakers. We don't consider ourselves filmmakers, we just want to express ourselves. We want to make sure that we raise our hand and get a topic out, right? There's many movies that's done here in the Valley, a lot of them real respectable. There's one that showed in by Southwest, one that's also showing in this festival. I mean, there's a lot of expressions that are out there. They are not being tapped. They were not having the channel. That's why I'm very grateful for the South Texas International Film Festival, because there's a place where we can show our movie. Our movie has shown in different places, different festivals. We've been very successful in that, very grateful to God for giving us this opportunity. But this is very special in our hearts because it gets a lot of people that worked in our movie get the chance to see it. So a lot of people that wanted to express, like me, they're gonna go see this movie at this festival and they're gonna see their work portrayed there. That's exactly what we did. There's no pretentious thoughts about doing this or because we want to do filmmaking or whatever. It's just a matter of wanting to express. That's the necessity. The background for all of this is a lot of ideas that we had, and my brother and I, we had in the ink there, and then we wanted to have a place where we can show them. And we're not writers. God knows I don't paint, but we can direct a movie. We can do a movie like this.
Well, that's very exciting. A little bit later, I'm sure there's people that will want to hear about how they can get into expressing themselves through film. Before the live stream started, Letty, we were talking about how the South Texas International Film Festival got started, and one of the things that you said was something that Rodrigo just covered on, is that we wanted a place in South Texas where people that would normally not be able to see these unique films could see them. Do you want to go into a little bit more about that?
Yes, this is going to be our third annual film festival, but when we started 3 years ago, it was just we had a list of movies that had been given to us by the Mexican consulate, actually, and they said, "Oh, could you show these movies at the library?" And that made me thinking, you know what, there's these film festivals all over, South by Southwest being one of them that is, growing in popularity. Not a lot of people can go to those film festivals. And I said, you know what, why don't we create a film festival here in South Texas, where we can bring films from outside of the world, since it is an international film festival, and we do ask for submissions from different countries. But also, let's showcase the talent, the local talent that is here, because I knew that there was filmmakers here from the Valley that were creating films, and this would be another outlet for them to be able to show their films.
And Rodrigo, do you think that if this film festival didn't exist, I mean, how would you broadcast your film here? I mean, this is a great opportunity for you, and the timing, right?
So you think a lot of people do movies and they send it to film festivals, and a lot of the times they don't get in, not because they're not good. It's just there's a lot of decisions that they have to make, a lot of difficult decisions that they have to approach every time they choose movies. We were fortunate enough to be in the San Antonio Film Festival, which is one of the biggest one in Texas, but the majority of the people that go and submit to the film, they don't get in just because they're trying to hire somebody else, or the film distribution platforms, they push for them to get in. In this case, in this festival, we got a chance locally to have a space where we can showcase our movies. I can tell you, people that worked in our movie, they all have their own projects, shorts, and some of them features, that I think they have enough talent to be competing in any film festival in the world. But if they have this, it can serve as a platform for them to get into bigger film festivals, where they can showcase now with a bigger. I'm talking about like Austin Film Festival, Sundance, all of those. But they have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think this is the right platform for them to say, hey, we do have a space to express ourselves.
Well, that's very exciting, and for the region, it's just another level of progress. We're taking another step forward. This region is starting to diversify from more than just agriculture, right? And it's very, very exciting. So, Letty, talk to us about the film festival. It's happening September 9th. Where is it going to take place?
Well, it's happening it's 3 days, September 7th through the 9th. It's on Thursday, September 7th. It's going to be at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, at their PAC, their Performing Arts Complex, and that's our opening day, and that's where we're going to be very lucky to show with their Valley premiere. We're first at 6 p.m. We're going to have an encore presentation of As I Walk Through the Valley. As you know, that's a very popular documentary that was shown in South by Southwest and was one of their official selections.
Wow.
They've done the round here in the Valley and been very successful showcasing their documentary. And now they're actually in the Netherlands, and they were invited to a festival there. And so they're going to come back and share a little bit about how it went in their Europe trip and showcase as their film is showcased in that festival. But then when we heard about the whole, and we knew that it had been an official selection for the San Antonio Film Festival, we just wanted to make sure that it was part of our film festival as well, because like Rodrigo said, this is an opportunity, this film festival, an opportunity for people to participate. But I know that filmmakers are participating in a lot of other film festivals, and that's great, and we're very happy, and we want to showcase what they're doing. It doesn't matter if they submit it. Maybe there was like Rodrigo said, there's a film for every festival, and if you were not selected, if they submitted or if somehow were not selected, it doesn't reflect on their film. I commend them for submitting, and I want to encourage them to continue to submit to our festival and any other festival, because the thing is that opportunities are there to showcase their wonderful work.
Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
Yes.
We have a good amount of viewers tuning in. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We already have a comment from Leti Reyes.
No?
Leti Reyes says the Valley was long due for a film festival. With the bicultural and mixture of two heritages, we have so much to share with the rest of the world. Thank you to the City of Edinburgh and Edinburgh EDC for supporting such a great event. We thank Edinburgh and Leti for you and your team for putting this together. So it's the third annual. Has there been any tweaks? What have you learned through the event? Because every event you have takeaways and you say, okay, we're going to make it better next year by doing this. Is there anything that you're going to add this year that you didn't do in the past?
Well, one of the things when the film festival was created, there's two different segments of the community that we're targeting. One was the general public, so that they can come and see these awesome movies, and the other was the filmmakers. And one of the things that we continue to add is additional workshops for the filmmakers. We will be having an editing workshop and a special effects makeup workshop. And this is not only to have this extra information that they can use to better themselves if they need to, but also to, in the case of the special effects makeup, is to present this young lady, Daisy Maldonado, to the filmmakers so that they can know that she's available here in the Valley. And it's also a networking opportunity for them. So we just want to continue to make sure that we provide these kind of workshops and seminars. Something that's new in this time around is that actually we were contacted by Duke and Sterling from Houston, and they're an entertainment media company, and they're doing a production and distribution seminar. They're also doing something called the pitch. That is different. The pitch is kind of an opportunity for local filmmakers to submit their prospective new projects, and they go before 3 different producers, and the producers are going to critique their work, and if they win, then there will be a prize, a $500 prize, plus there'll also be an opportunity to work in pre-production with Duke and Sterling, which is an amazing opportunity. Yes. Because this is now taking them to another level, and I think that this is something that if we can continue to bring things like this to the film festival, it will add a lot to it.
And it's really exciting because 1 year you're going to have an end product, such as the whole movie, a movie that was completed, and you're going to have Rodrigo there and his team, and there's going to be people there that will say, I want to get involved, I want to do something in this industry, but I don't know where to start, or I don't know how to edit, or I want to get into makeup, but I don't know all the details. These workshops, you're giving them the whole piece of the pie, right? This is a great opportunity. Now, is there a cost to getting into?
And this is the best part. Everything is free.
Oh my gosh.
Everything is free, and this is where I kind of want to back up a little bit, and I want to thank Leti Reyes for her comments, but I want to thank the City of Edinburgh and the Edinburgh EDC, because it's all because of them that we're able to do this. It's their support and their guidance that we're able to bring these type of festivals, and 99% of the time, everything is free.
Yeah, we love people that write checks. Rodrigo, what would you say is the most exciting aspect, other than the film part, but these workshops? What do you think is the most exciting aspect of that for people here in South Texas?
It all depends, but if you're trying to be a filmmaker and if you have the backing of Duke and Sterling, I say take advantage of that.
Yeah.
You have an idea, if you have this, go ahead and pitch that. Learn from the workshops. There's I noticed there's an editing workshop from one of the renowned professors here at RGG. That's a good one. I can tell you in my own experience, I wish I would have known more of editing, or tips here and there, because I spent a lot of time in the editing room. Trying to get the cut here and there. But if you have a little bit of background, and if you want to do a movie, consider that after you do the movie, there's a post-production process. So those type of workshops. Makeup, it's for us was tremendous. It went done by D. Alvarado, one of the renowned makeup artists here in the Valley. That workshop works a lot because you, as a director or as a producer, you need to know when your actors need makeup, when it's time to cut and let them retouch the face of your actor here and there. So all of those things are very important for a wannabe filmmaker that's starring, right?
Yeah, it's like film college.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Rodrigo, okay, so right now, when people think of, at least me, myself, when I think of a movie, most of the time you think, okay, well, there's a director, there's a producer, there's the actors, someone that holds the camera, and there.
Hopefully.
But yeah, right. If not, your selfie style, right? But there's so many more aspects to that. There's makeup artists, and you have to reserve, areas where you're going to film. Talk to us a little bit, as a director, the different people that you have to work with. And obviously different movies are very different, but kind of the standard positions that you need for a regular movie to produce.
I think the most important person that you need to have, and not a lot of directors do that, is you have to have an AD, an assistant director. And most people think that an assistant director is the one who brings you the coffee every morning. It's like nothing to do with that. Assistant director is probably the most important tool that you have in your because he's the one who keeps everybody on time. He's the one who brings every aspect of the movie together. You're concentrated only in the creative part of it, but there's an administrator of your ideas that has to come with you. We were fortunate enough to have Rodrigo Arnaz, one of the renowned directors in Mexico, fortunate enough to have him here, and graciously enough so he can humbly help me with this, because I consider him a much more renowned director than whatever I'm going to be. But that is the important key. For me, that was the aspect that brought the movie together. We have producer Laura Lilia Torres, one of the great producers here, renowned here in the Valley also. We had a cinematographer also, well renowned in Mexico. So there's a lot of positions that you need to have for you to be able to do the movie. If you have a good idea, if you have a script, take the time to surround yourself with enough people that will make a good product. By no means I would have done this without the people that surrounded me here on this project. But yeah, every position is. But if you want me to point one up, it's assistant director.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Letty, putting this film festival together, you had to work with a lot of different people. I'm sure that there was a lot of communication that you had to do. How did you stay focused, and what motivated you, to get it done and to make sure that it was as perfect as possible?
Well, I always say if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. And one of the things that when we started doing this film festival is that we just wanted to incorporate everything in that would be beneficial to the filmmaker and to the community, but it takes a team, just like Rodrigo said. And I couldn't do it without the Edinburgh Arts team that we have, and it's a department here within the library. And so it's through them that we're able to do these type of festivals, and working together is key.
Yeah. So we've talked about South Texas, and we're targeting anyone that would like to attend the festival. But to our south, we have a huge country, and a country that has so much culture, and a lot of the culture that we have derives from there, and a lot of the films that we watch have that cultural aspect. Is there a target market, for Mexico to people from Mexico who are interested in film, who are fans of the arts, to attend this?
Well, actually, yes. When we first started, we did have our award for feature and short film, but the second year, last year, we added a regional category, and that region includes from San Antonio, Austin down, but also into Mexico, the Tamaulipas, Nuevo León area. So we encourage films that are from those areas to participate in our regional category. But we definitely, being an international film, like for example this year we received 68 films from representing 16 countries. So
say that again.
68 films representing 16 countries.
Wow.
And I'm going to say that I'm very, very happy that this year we're actually going to have one of the filmmakers coming in from Germany.
Wow.
One of them coming in from Portugal, and one of them coming in from Mexico City. So we're very happy that now people from outside the country are coming to our film festival to just be a part of it. So that to us is very exciting and very inspiring to continue to do a good job.
And Rodrigo, what do you have to say about that? 16 different countries.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
It's
No pressure.
impressive.
No pressure.
No. Well, we're not in competition, so the pressure is off. So we're just screening our movie here. But if I would have been there, that's a lot of competition. Look, there's a lot of talent out there, and I'm very surprised that the festival not only has a chance, gives a chance to the local filmmaker, but also from around the world.
Yeah.
Somebody in Timbuktu right now is making a movie, and
Yeah.
he needs a place to put it. So if it's good enough, if he puts a little bit of talent, he'll find a way. It's a little bit frustrating. I can tell you by my own experience. You finish the movie, you start thinking, well, is it good? Is it bad? Will people like it or not? You submit it to a film festival, and then you wait for the response. It takes about 1 or 2 months. 1 month took us for the first festival to pick us up. But that time is a lot of doubt. You have a lot of things in your mind, like, did I did a good job? Exactly, because you don't want to let anybody down. A lot of people put their hearts into this project, so you don't want to let anybody down.
Yeah.
When you get us accepted, when you get that letter from South Texas International Film Festival and say you are part of our festival or whatever festival, that's the best feeling in the world. You feel reivindicated because you see the work that you put in there, and it's getting somewhere. Somebody's going to watch your movie. So again, my compliments to the film festival and giving the opportunity to the regional part of it, but also expanding it to the world.
And for those people out there who want to get into the film industry or consider themselves film directors already, who knows? Maybe they're making home movies and they're directors. These days, I've seen kids walk around in elementary with iPads, filming things.
Yeah.
So technology is allowing people to get into the industry a lot faster, a lot quicker.
More democratic.
Yes, it's more, yeah. Yeah, equal participation. It's a very
Exactly.
inclusive industry. What do you say about that difficult part, the confidence part of believing in your product, of saying, you know what, if they don't like it, it's okay. This is my product. I'm going to be proud of it, and I'm going to get better. I'm not going to quit.
It's a difficult. It's one that you have to and you have to battle yourself. Actually, our movie, it's a little bit about that. Trying to believe in yourself, finding out if you're good enough to be, in this case, our main character, our writer, but being honest with yourself. And that's a decision that you have to make some point of your life. If you're good enough, continue, or if you're not, finding another way to express yourself. Doesn't mean that you will not express yourself.
Yeah. Pivot.
So exactly. So look for, maybe you're not a director, maybe you're a producer, maybe you're a painter, maybe you're a writer, maybe you're something else. But don't leave that expression hidden in yourself.
Yeah.
You have to live it out. You have to express yourself. You have to make sure that you say all those things that you need to say. Now, what do you need to be a filmmaker? Specifically a director, a movie filmmaker. You have to make sure that what you're saying does make sense. Because some of the people that I've talked to, they want to be a filmmaker because they want to be famous, because they want to hire Brad Pitt for the next movie.
Wait, that's not what it's all about? What are you talking about?
I believe that it's not. Or they want to make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way you should approach this industry. You should approach this industry because you want to express yourself. And if you're good enough, everything else is gonna, fame, glory, whatever you're seeking for, it has to be a consequence of the work, the heart that you put in your work.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't get in. Don't. There's a lot of kids that tell me, "Well, I want to be famous. I want to be this and that." That's not the case. You're not. Odds are that you're not gonna make a lot of money out of this. But if you can finish a product and then you can see it and then you can see, this is what I wanted to say and it's here. That's much better or more gratifying than winning $1 million or famous. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. And let the have you cried in any of the films in the past? any films that were very powerful?
Very powerful, and some of them very funny as well. So I've enjoyed them. Yes, I have. And I can't. I'm waiting to see the whole. I've heard so many good things about it, and I'm looking forward to it. So I hope I invite everybody out there to come and see the whole, our opening night.
So opening night, September 7th?
September 7th.
And this will be the first film that will be shown, the whole movie?
The second film.
Second film. What is the first film?
The first film is going to be the encore presentation of As I Walk Through the Valley,
Okay.
and then the Valley premiere will follow the whole.
I really encourage people to go see the first movie also. The As I Walk Through the Valley is a great documentary. It talks about the music world that we have in our valley. It's a wonderful movie. You won't regret showing up there.
And the facility, okay, the UTRGV Performing Arts Center, I mean, it is, wow. It was recently built,
Yes.
and it's state of the art. You're going to have a theater-like setting, you know.
Beautiful.
So, although we love this library, the film festival is going to be over there, and we're very excited about that.
Well, we thought that if we're going to be showing these films, you know, our goal is to in the future show a lot of these films actually in the theaters, in the movie theaters. But if we're going to be showing these films, they deserve the best that we can offer. And we're very lucky that we work very well with the University of Texas UTRGV, and they've offered, and they're a partner in this film festival. As you can see, Professor Geis is going to be doing the editing workshop, but they're also, Dr. Dalia Guerra is part of our South Texas International Film Festival board. So we've always worked very well with the university, and this PAC Center is an excellent place to showcase these movies.
We're very honored. It's a big building. It's a wonderful, and the acoustics, the sounds, everything is beautiful there.
Yeah.
So you should be able to have a good time that day.
There's, you know, so many reasons why you all should attend this event. One thing that I was discussing with your team, Letty, before we started this live stream is that I was told when my freshman year in college, I was in Dallas and I was at an arts museum, and I'm very crazy, but I was standing next to a billionaire, and I won't say who it was, but he says, "Do you like art?" And I said, "Well, kind of, not really." And he said, "Well, you should." I said, "Do you like art?" He says, "I didn't before, but I do now." And I said, "Why?" And he says, "Well, the arts are what derive creativity, innovation, and regardless of what industry you're in, you want that. In the business world, in science, you know." So when we look at the arts, and when we look at South Texas particularly, we want our population to appreciate it, to support it, whether you're artistic or not. I believe everyone's artistic in some way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Some more than others. God knows I'm not an artist as well. But it's very important that people understand that supporting things like this is good for all industries. Do you have anything to add on that, Letty?
Well, you know, to be a well-rounded person, I strongly believe that the science are important, but that the arts are crucial.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what touches your heart. That's what makes you that creative and caring individual. And the arts is what kind of also brings the community together. We've seen it in our other festivals where we celebrate, like I mentioned, not only our cultures and traditions, but diversity. But the arts are a way of bringing people together.
Absolutely.
And Rodrigo, any other film festivals that you're aiming at in the future?
Yes, there's quite a few. We're in talks right now for different. I couldn't mention them right now because it's not a sure thing, but there's a lot of communications with a lot of film festivals in the future. There's there are also some showings that we're going to have here in the Valley for the people that cannot attend here. That's coming out later in a few months. Most of the time that we're consuming right now is trying to get into the film market, which is trying to get distribution here and there. So that's all the negotiations that they're taking place. But there's a lot of festivals that are coming. One in Michigan, one in Austin, one in California. There's 3 in California, one in New York.
Wow.
So all of those were coming. And one in Europe also. Thinking about that one.
Very
so
cool.
Those are the future that we are. But that's when you finish them. There's people that take care of that.
Yeah.
I'm just right.
You're working on the next one.
I'm right on that one.
There we go. And you know, for those interested in supporting and wanting to purchase the whole movie, where can they do that?
There's not a distribution plan right now, although in a few weeks, maybe in a few months, you'll be able to on live streaming in your house or whatever, depending on the platform that.
And you all have a Facebook page?
Yes, it's The Whole Movie.
The Whole
or
Movie?
you can go to thewholemovie.com and they'll find a link for a Facebook page.
Perfect. Well, what I would recommend is if you're interested in purchasing it when it's available for distribution, send them a message.
Oh, yeah.
The Whole Movie on Facebook and reserve it. Put it on layaway.
Or come to the festival and see it here.
Come
Yes,
to the festival and
yes.
enjoy it. But, and I do want to also mention that there will be a production and distribution seminar at the festival. And before I forget, I did also want to mention that we are going to have a special celebrity guest. And that's Efren Ramirez, who will be talking about his acting career. He's best known for Pedro in Napoleon Dynamite, but he has an extensive career. And he's going to be sharing some of his work, and also he's going to be talking about some of those acting tips, and that I'm sure everybody's going to be wanting to ask those questions.
He
Vote
filmed
for
a movie
Pedro.
here.
Vote for Pedro.
He filmed a movie here in the Valley.
Really?
Yeah,
Endgame.
Endgame. There you go. Very successful movie that's shown in HBO and other places. So he's a
Yes.
local now.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
And we also have his name is slipping my mind. Maybe you all can help me. The one from the George Lopez show, who was from Ed Cauchelsa.
Valente Rodriguez.
Yes.
There you go.
And there's so many other great pieces of human capital, not only in the arts but in other industries as well. And this is another way for us to support our community and give an opportunity for those that want to jump into this industry.
Well, now that you mentioned Valente Rodriguez, I do want to say that Valente Rodriguez has supported our film festival since the beginning. Actually, right before this one, we once again touched base and we've talked, and him along with some other people that have always been very supportive. Producer Sandra Avila, who was a producer of the movie Endgame, is also actually on our board, and she'll be here that day, on September the 8th and 9th. She'll be here as well. So we have a lot of people that even though they may not be here in the Valley, they're in LA or even Raúl Castillo in New York. They are supporting our festival. They are from the Valley, and they want to continue to see this grow.
And that's very exciting, and it's so important. For those of you watching, if you're from the Valley but you don't live in the Valley anymore, we need you to support this festival. If you can't attend it, share it with your friends who do live in this area and who would be interested in attending. As always, we want to support our local community. Jonathan Torres says yes. The assistant director is so important. So thank you, Jonathan, for that comment. We also have Laura, who says, very excited for all the film and workshops. The city of Edinburgh is innovative and very supportive of all the arts. There are things that many of our Valley people might not have gotten access to if all of this events in Edinburgh were not being put together. So, definitely we always want to expose people to different opportunities. So we've been going for about 32 minutes, right? Lots of fun, and time flies when you're having fun. Letty, how many people were on your team to put this film festival together, and anyone you want to give specific thanks to?
Well, I actually want to give specific thanks to Jonathan Torres, who you just mentioned. He was the one, when we first got that list from the Mexican consulate, and we said, he was the one that said, let's have a film festival. And I said, I've always wanted to have a film festival. And so if it hadn't been for him, and once again the support of the city and EDC, we wouldn't have had an opportunity to start this festival. So I want to thank him as well.
Perfect. And Rodrigo, how many people worked on your movie, and any shout outs that you'd like to give?
Well, I mean, we had a crew from the people that worked actually in the movie were about 30 people.
Wow.
But then if you include extras and everything, we're probably going to 100 or something.
Wow.
Everybody's important. I mean, I couldn't stand out somebody right now, but my brother, who co-wrote the movie, important. Laura, who was our producer. We got the tremendous cast that we have. We have Andy Zavala. He's our main lead character. He's from McAllen. He plays an important role, but the most important role in our movie. Carmen Garcia, she is the supporting actress and the love interest in the movie. And we got Juan de Dios Ortiz. Juan de Dios is a well-renowned actor from Mexico. He if you follow the series El Señor de los Cielos, he was part of that. And now he's one of the biggest actors for Disney Latin America. He's doing a series over there in Argentina. So, and Professor Tony Broadway, which plays Professor Ravi Doshi in our movie, also well-renowned writer, director, and film producer. And then our crew that came from all over, from Mexico, from Boston, from here in the Valley. There's a lot of people that I could mention right now, but yeah, it's a big crowd.
It takes a village.
It takes a village. Yeah, yeah, yes.
Well, leadership, it always requires, humbling yourself down sometimes and understanding that you can't do it alone. And both of you seem to have mastered that. So thank you for your passion. The region is very thankful for it. In fact, Nick Perkins just said Wild Fox Films is very thankful for South Texas International Film Festival. So, thank you, Nick, for that. We love compliments. Anything that you all would like to share before we wrap this up?
Very grateful to the festival. Very grateful to Ms. Leija. I mean, we are very proud to be part of the opening night. It's a dream come true for us, and we were excited to be part of the festival. I'm looking forward to seeing all the workshops. I'm looking forward to seeing all the movies. Not for us, it's not just Thursday. We gotta be Friday, Saturday here, watching all the workshops and movies. And I hope that everybody comes. Like she said, the arts, and this is very important. And I talk to my daughter every day about this. It's good to have the straight A's and everything. That's important. But nowadays, colleges are looking for more than a straight A student. So arts will be the challenge that a lot of the kids right now they have to accomplish. The biggest college I can tell you that when they see the application, they see the extracurricular activities, not just sports, but also. So that's an important, and to have a film festival like this to promote those type of art, that's not just a luxury but a necessity that we need to have here in the Valley.
And Rodrigo, if anyone wants to connect directly with you because they admire or they want an autograph, how can they connect?
Well, I mean, you can, if you go to Facebook on our page and you send us a message. I'm one of the people that are handling that.
Perfect.
Or he'll send me the information. If not, my email is rodrigo@pinkapemedia.com.
Perfect.
And you can send me an email directly there.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Rodrigo. And Leti, let's try to get people to attend. Let's give them the best pitch. So it's Friday, September 7th. Doors will open at what time?
They're going to open at 6, and that's when we start with As I Walk Through the Valley. Then at 8, we start with the movie The Hole. I invite the community to come and enjoy these movies. These are made by local filmmakers, and both of them very successful. Both of them continuing to be successful in different ways and in different other festivals as well, and we want to showcase them at our festival. I also want to thank, before I continue to say what the other things that are happening, I want to thank our committee. We do have a committee. It does take a village to put this together. They know who they are, and I look forward to recognizing them at our award ceremony. I want to thank them. We couldn't do it without them. I also want to thank all the filmmakers that submitted, whether they were selected or not selected. It's a film festival. We couldn't do it without them. We want them to continue to submit because, like Rodrigo says, it's a hard process to be able to narrow down, especially when you get so many films. But their work is valued, and I want them to realize that, and I want them to continue to submit. And then I do want to continue to invite the community to come and enjoy these movies. It's an opportunity for you to see movies that otherwise you wouldn't be able to see. These are not movies that you're going to see at your local theater, but they're very valuable. And when you watch them, you'll be able to maybe cry with them or laugh with them, but you'll be able to enjoy it. And I think you'll leave with that feeling of, wow, I saw something special. So come in and enjoy these movies. They are free. We have 19 wonderful movies, aside from our 2 that are being showcased. Also, I want to invite the filmmakers to come and take part of these workshops and presentations that we have. If you're an actor, want to know more about acting, come in and listen to Efren Ramirez and share his experience with you. And this is a great opportunity, and best of all, it's free, and it's made just thinking of you with you in mind. So come and be part of this festival.
Well, thank you to the both of you, and as always, it's important that we support these great events and festivities because not only us that we appreciate them, but there's so many kids out there that would love to have this opportunity, not only now but in the future as well. We want the 10th anniversary to come of the South Texas International Film Festival, which I'm very confident we will be here back doing another live stream. So thank you to both of you for being with us today. I'm going to go watch that whole movie.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And as always, thank you everyone for tuning in, and until next time, talk to you soon.